Hey, good morning from the office, 8 a.m. Monday morning, February 25th, 2019, right here in Ellijay, Georgia. Good morning, good to be back. Couldn't wait to get here today. Little cold this morning. Everybody loved the sunshine yesterday, but I tell you that wind was tough, but not going to complain, not going to complain at all. Right out of the box Monday morning here. If you'd ever like to contact the show, let me give you the information so that way we can move on. 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700, chief@veterannews.com, and right there are all the social media ways you can follow what we're doing. All right. Sometimes I say this all the time, where to go first. Okay, where do we go first, right? Trying to keep up with that. Here's something I just want to get out of the way. Well, let's just do this, okay? Let's go through a couple stories we're going to work on today. But I want to go to 13 for a reason. All right. This is Amy Klobuchar. Amy Klobuchar happens to be senator from Minnesota. Amy Klobuchar happens to be running for president of the United States. Amy Klobuchar happens to be someone that within the Democrats, they do not want her to run. Now, take notice of all of the candidates. And I want to put this out here because, you know, what I like to do on the show is I like to give you things to think about. And, hey, go work on it yourself and send me what you think. But out of all the candidates, whether it be Spartacus, Cory Booker, the phony black lady, she's not black, Kamala Harris, okay, Elizabeth Warren with the Pocahontas. You would think with the Pocahontas and everything that's happened with her that the media would be pushing her out of the race. But every single one of them, this is the one the media seems to be attacking, okay? How she treats her employees. The media seems to be going after her. And right this morning, Klobuchar changes family leave policy. All right, every senator in the United States, I understand, is able to set their own family leave policy, okay? Everyone's allowed to set their own family leave policy. Now, God forbid there's any kind of, if it costs you, the business owners, no matter what it costs, God forbid the taxpayers have any kind of deal with the employees. So Klobuchar changes family leave policy, will never actually enforce it. We have 12 weeks paid family leave. So she's saying now, look, we got 12 weeks paid family leave. The deal is, if you take, her policy was that now she has to back away from it, run away from it, and I don't know why she's doing that, because I don't think it's a bad deal. 12 weeks, so that's an average of 3 months, right? 4, right? I understand, but still, yeah, 12 weeks, that's almost 3 months. 3 months you get to take a leave from the job and come back. Now, unbeknownst to socialist liberals, the job must still go on. Unbeknown to socialist liberals, somebody has to do that job that person takes the leave. Unbeknown to the socialist liberals out there, when that individual comes back, then the person that was covering for the job has to be moved somewhere else. Whatever. But the deal in Klobuchar's office is 12 weeks family leave, and you come back and you have to stay 36 weeks. So if you come back after 12 weeks to the senator's office, You then have to stay employed with the senator for 36 weeks. If you leave before 36 weeks, you have to pay back the family leave money. Yes. But the media continues to find things on her, to attack her. Why? I want you to think, I just wanted to throw that out there and think about that. Now, this morning, that's what they found on her, okay? And we'll talk more about it later. There's some top stories out there, but that's what they found on her, the family leave. Now, this has Fox's symbol on it, number 12, because they're the one that put the graphic up, so we got to give them their props, right? These three, I think her name's Camilla, but let's call her Carmela, okay? Because she is not black. She's not black. She's not black. She's not a sister, okay? She's trying to pull it off, smoking a spliff with Snoop Dogg years before he even came out with an album. But anyhow, and there's Julio Castro, is that his name? Okay, down there in Texas. And there is Pocahontas. They want reparations. They want reparations, okay? They're advocating for reparations. Pocahontas for Native American Indians, so that's her, can I get your forgiveness by reparations? That's what they're discussing. Now, every day, and let me say this, every day in Iowa and New Hampshire, okay, don't get worked up over what the Democrats say inside these meetings, and the media portrays them as packed houses, packed events, and what they are saying. What's happening right now in political campaigns, all right, everybody that is in the Democrat Party for the entire state of Iowa chases these meetings, no matter what the candidate is, no matter who the candidate may be, okay? They chase these. They're all looking for jobs, okay? They are the hardcore looking for jobs, and these candidates know when they get in that room, this is the hardcore group, and they want to say anything they can to sign them up. If they feel there's 6 people in the room that want reparations, if there's 6 people in the room that want something so ridiculous, they will say it so when they leave, those 6 people are signed up, volunteered, apply for a job, want to be on staff. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing right now. So I'll just say this, reparations we'll talk about a little later. The candidates right now, Bernie's the front runner, okay? Now, let's go with this, and Bernie's the front runner, number 37, okay? So Bernie Sanders is the front runner in the pack, and he's getting his CNN town hall. Now, they all get a CNN town hall. I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. Chris Wallace pushed the head of the DNC, what's his name again, Perez? He pushed him over and over this weekend to make a commitment that Fox could have a Democrat primary debate, and it's not going to happen. But they all get their CNN town hall. Even the guy that was on book tour, what was his name, Howard Schultz, that quieted down, right? Let's see, he's on book tour. We don't hear from him last week. What happened? We don't hear from him. Where is he? Schultz had a good 2 weeks, you know, book tour, name went way up. Media talked about him every day. He got his CNN town hall. So now Bernie's going to get his town hall tonight, 8 p.m. Bernie. Moderated by Wolf Blitzer. Now, Wolf is this old guy on CNN, and this is an old guy as a candidate. Wouldn't you like to see Bernie say something like, you know, Wolf asked a question and Bernie say on CNN tonight, I don't give a damn about Hillary Clinton's emails. And Wolf have to say, that wasn't the question. And Oh, I'm not running against Hillary. I'm only 77. I'm not running against Hillary anymore? Oh, okay. I didn't realize. I thought, anyhow. So if Joe Biden runs, he will be the top. But there's Bernie. Bernie raised $6 million. He's trying to finish the dream and win this time. I feel like Howard Cosell on sports. Bernie's trying to win. So that's tonight. $6 million the guy raised. I still say Eric Holder will get into the race. So anyhow, there you go. It's a little bit, but go to number 32 really quick, okay? Number 32, Klobuchar. Changes family leave policy, okay? We never actually enforced it, she said. Why the constant attacks on her from the media, left media that should love her in Minnesota? I'm not for sure. Okay. I want to make a comment on big week here. Go to number 8. We'll talk more about this in the next segment. Cohen's scheduled hearings this week. Michael Cohen. This week, Tuesday, February 26th, Senate Intelligence Committee. He'll be at the Senate Intelligence Committee tomorrow morning. Wednesday, February 27th, House Oversight Committee. Okay? Wednesday will be an open hearing. That's the open one. That's the one that will run simultaneously with the President of the United States in Vietnam. And then Thursday, he'll go back into the House Intelligence Committee into a closed meeting. Oversight, Intelligence, Senate Intelligence Committee tomorrow. Big week. Cohen's scheduled hearings this week. Big week in Congress. So let me give you this one, and then we're going to talk about it. Give me number 9. I'm just going to show you what the media is doing this morning. Michael Cohen giving prosecutors info on people in Trump Organization and inaugural. Okay, Cohen is going to bring information. Remember, this is Lanny Davis's. Okay, Lanny Davis is his attorney. This is probably the most disgusting picture I have put on the screen in I don't know how long. I mean, this is absolutely disgusting. These two people are right in line with some of the, okay? Because I've always want to be careful with most, using the word most, never, okay? These two people are right in line with some of the most un-American, unpatriotic people I have ever listened to, watched. It is totally disgusting that they are in this country. Number 10. Look at the caption underneath these two unpatriotic un-Americans on MSNBC, the deep state media. Cohen testimony comes as Trump meets with Kim Jong-un. Okay? Now, do you remember, let's leave this up a minute, we got a lot more, but I want to say something, okay? First of all, and these two, let's leave these two so we're talking to them. First of all, your jokes about finally Trump's going to Vietnam, it's not necessary. Not necessary. MSNBC with your, oh, finally Trump goes to Vietnam after all these years, just not necessary. You remember when Rocket Man was launching the rockets over Japan and launching them out in the sea? And remember when they had a fake accidental nuclear warning go off in Hawaii Remember that? Okay. They had a fake nuclear alarm go off in Hawaii, incoming. You remember the guy that jumped down the drain, the street drain, and a guy that died of a heart attack, and a couple deaths involved in that, and a mass panic in Hawaii, incoming. Remember that? These two are just absolutely, it's absolutely a disgrace. Okay? I'm going to give you just a second. Now, all right, number 20. Now, these two are making fun of this, okay? MSNBC, 3:02 a.m. I don't know what time that was on the East Coast. Is that 6 or 5? Whatever. 6 a.m. this morning, whatever. Trump said North Korea no longer a nuclear threat after first summit. Mike Pompeo, Secretary of State. Now, yesterday on State of the Union with CNN, the president came out, and I don't have the tweet, after that summit and said North Korea no longer a nuclear threat. Since the first summit, there's been no more testing. Okay? Small or no matter if it's one person, one American, or 5, since the first summit, there's been no more nuclear testing. Since the first summit, there has been, and I think there should be more and needs to be more, but since the first summit, there has been some remains of our heroes left behind in the Korean War returned to us, some. Since the first summit, our hostages at the current time, I'm not aware of North Korea having any American hostages, okay, since the first summit. And we do not go through our day, and Japan doesn't go through their day, and South Korea and Indonesia, Hawaii, we do not go through our day right now thinking that North Korea is getting ready to launch at any minute. Right now, they're no longer a nuclear threat. But the media loves seeing if they can twist the president's words, twist the meaning. Now, the president of the United States, okay, there's something wrong. If you're in Europe, okay, and the NATO Secretary General, and I forget his name, every time he's interviewed, he talks about how the bank account for NATO keeps going up. He talks about how the weapons in NATO are now new, modern. There's more coming into NATO. The bank account to, buy coffee cups and keep the lights on. People are paying more, right? But you don't hear those accounts. Every time, now pay attention that every single time, because there's something bad wrong here, all right? We talk about Europe in any way whatsoever. The media's heads spin off on how we are treating our allies and how Trump's foreign policy never, and when I say never, for the most part, they never highlight what's going on in the southern peninsula of Asia there, the Korean peninsula there, all right? Trump is a genius. That's my opinion. Now, let me say this. See, in Europe, their heads are spinning off every time because Trump says, look, no more taking advantage of us. It's over. It is flat over, okay? No more. And they love, the media loves when Angela Merkel comes out and says something about Donald Trump. And what happened to the little boy with the handshake over there, Macron? His people almost put him to the guillotine, whether you want to talk about it or not. And look at Theresa May, right? But they all report on how bad Trump is for our relationship with our allies, like they're our only allies. Folks, whether you realize it or not, if you're driving that damn Kia, Toyota, Nissan, whatever the hell it is this morning, Lexus, it don't matter, Acura, Honda, you know, we made pretty good friends with Japan. Don't know if you realize that. Indonesia, Vietnam, South Korea. No, they never discussed that region as our allies. No, not at all. And they never discussed the dangers of North Korea. And I'm talking about the deep state. They have some people on there every once in a while that say it, but they never discussed the dangers of North Korea that Trump is trying to calm down. And how many times do they remind you that you remember when George W. Bush, give me this right here. Well, wait a minute. I said he was brilliant, okay? Go to number 21, and I'm going to break this down for you. Trump postpones tariff hikes on China. Now, all the media is reporting on that, and let me give you this, okay? There's so much to go through. All the media is reporting on that, okay, is here. Where am I at? I got it here. You just relax, folks. I got it. I promise we got it here. When it comes to this, here's what the media is reporting and what they are going nuts over today and probably enjoying a little too much. And you and I understand what the president meant yesterday in the Oval Office right here. I got it. It's coming. It's coming. Give me number 4. Trump top trade officials, very public split. Number 5, President Trump, Robert Lighthizer, offer public spat on trade terms in meeting with China's top trade envoy. Now, I will get the term that Lighthizer was using. I've watched this video. And Lighthizer was trying to say that this memorandum was a contract and it was in place and they would both abide by it, is what he was trying to explain to the media. That's why he's turned around, okay? Saying this is a solid discussion, this is a solid agreement that we have in place. All Trump is saying is, but this is not where we're leaving it. That's it. That's it. But no, that's the reporting this morning, a split right there. Okay. Number 15. Number 15, Trump announces delay in tariffs increase on China, cites progress in talks with Beijing over trade dispute. Number 16, the guy is brilliant. The guy is brilliant. Very productive talks yesterday with China on trade will continue today. I will be leaving for Hanoi, Vietnam, early tomorrow for a summit with Kim Jong-un of North Korea, where we both expect a continuation of the progress made from the first summit in Singapore, denuclearization. All right. Number 17, President Xi of China has been very helpful in his support of my meeting with Kim Jong-un. The last thing China wants are large-scale nuclear weapons right next door. Sanctions placed on the border of China and Russia have been very helpful. Great relationship with Chairman Kim. China, Kim. Now, what is the other tweet? Okay. One more. All right. Number 19. Number 19. Chairman Kim realizes perhaps better than anyone else. Now, this is where you got to wrap it together. The media's too damn dumb. I feel like William Shatner on the bridge. The media is too damn dumb to piece any of this together. And it takes a guy with me, I don't have all their intellect. You know what I mean? I'm just a regular guy. Chairman Kim realizes perhaps better than anyone else that without nuclear weapons, his country could fast become one of the world's great economic powers anywhere in the world. Now, stop there. China trade, tariffs, the deal breaking right in time for the next summit. Trump sets the next summit up right at the end of trade talks. He gets all the Chinese trade talking people over here, and they're chinging and changing, and we're speaking English, and we got interpreters in the room. We say, you know what? I think we're good. I think we're good. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. Okay? We're going to put this little thing in place saying we're going to hold the brakes. We're going to pump the brakes right here. We're going to get back on this when I get back from talking to Kim. And China comes out and says, hey, we got something great working in the USA, great working in the stock market, likes it. And the Chinese stock market loves it because they're a nervous wreck over it. Nobody wants to talk about that, right? So Trump's got everything in line. Look, I'm gonna go over here and talk to Kim. Now, keep this in mind. Stay with me on this and tell me if you agree or disagree, because I don't care. I'll take it either way. Without nuclear weapons, his country could fast become one of the greatest economic powers anywhere in the world. Now, you may say that Kim has not allowed it. I disagree, all right? I disagree. I do know he has his people suppressed. I do know he doesn't allow them to do things. I do know eat, whatever, I understand that. He wants to keep them down. But why is he talking to the U.S.? Why? Because if Kim Jong-un is ready to economically develop North Korea, then why not take what the Chinese can give him and the Russians can give him and develop North Korea and the hell with us? Why not? Because the truth is China and Russia have played a role, especially China, in controlling North Korea and controlling their level of growth and controlling what they're able to do. Right? No. President Trump's going over there and explaining to Kim Jong-un, hey, China, they're good people, but I will make you one of the strongest economic powers in the world. You just got to give this up, man. Look at South Korea. What the hell's wrong with you, Kim? Look just south of you. They're making Kias, they're making everything, they're making Gangnam style, that dude that sung this, they're doing it all. And here you are up here in North Korea. Look what we could do the same for you. I am just telling you, once you put every thread of this together, Trump's working with North Korea, okay, and China, right? North Korea and China will be a success. And the worst thing about it is, or not the worst thing, the best thing about it is, it will be a success, and the best thing about it, and I'm going to find this picture, and then we're going to take a break and come back. I have it here somewhere. Oh, I have it here. Relax. The best thing about it's like I had a drum roll, and I couldn't get to it fast, but I have it here. Coming up. Got to go through my pictures. I should have had it ready. I should have been paying attention, and I was not paying attention. Number 34. The best part of all of this, China, trade, Kim Jong-un, denuclearizing North Korea. Dems ask for verifiable progress. The Singapore meeting gave Kim legitimacy and acceptance on the global stage while effectively undermining our policy of maximum pressure. Senate Democrats Sunday signed a letter wanting Dems asking for verifiable progress. Did they ever ask this lady and her president, number 29? I mean, look, they dug her up. Did they ever ask this lady, Madeleine Albright, did they ever ask Clinton for verifiable progress? What about John Kerry here, number 28, verifiable progress, right? Oh, excuse me. And the president did what? He sent out one of the best tweets of the day is number 1. So funny to watch people who have failed for years. They got nothing telling me how to negotiate with North Korea, but thanks anyway, because what the president is doing and the outcome will be is highlighting the failure of the Democrats, period. The failure and being cowards and not taking on China, and the failure of negotiating with North Korea and figuring out how to make it work. I'm your host, BKP. It's 8:31 in the morning. I'm going to take a break, and we'll be right back.